Now it's time to break it.
Welcome back, friends,
to another very silent episode.
ASMR 2.0.
This is
Buzz.
This is the SplitScreeners podcast. We are your hosts. I am Nick. That's Zach.
I'm back.
He's back. That's Gavin.
Hey.
He's back. Whoa. That's Aaron.
Whoa.
I'm back.
He's back too. My name's Nick. We are doing our top 10 episode. This is the top 10 movies of all time, as requested by Zach.
In
Before
our
we get
own
started,
opinions.
anybody have any thoughts on this list?
Fuck you, Zach. It's shit.
This is one of the hardest lists we've had to make. Top 10 live action animes was very difficult just because that list is full of a lot of shitty movies.
Yeah.
This was hard for a completely different reason. I think when we went through movies, I just started adding movies to a list, and I think I had 50, and I had to narrow that down to
easy.
10.
And I'm still not happy with my list, but it is what
I'm
it
happy
is.
with my list. I just don't know if I'm happy with the placement and everything, but
Yeah.
I think we're all right. So we're going to hop right into this. Zach, since this is your list, why don't you start us off with number 10?
At number 10, one of my favorite franchises, one of my favorite movies in this franchise, obviously. I have Skyfall, starring Daniel Craig. Out of all of his Bond movies, this one barely made it into my top 10, pushing out some really good movies like Knives Out, John Wick, a Lord of the Rings movie as well. I just really like the action in this one. Out of all of Daniel Craig's Bond films, I thought this had the strongest story. Yeah, there's a few low points here and there, but I have 0 to nil complaints on this one.
Except it has a couple low points.
I thought he was going to say Sky High, and I was like, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good top 10 movie.
That's going to go in non-Marvel top 10 list.
Gavin, number 10.
Number 10 for me, if this would like to be sort of the right way, what the hell?
What did you do? Did you not save?
I did save. Shut the hell up. Sorry.
You save at every save point.
That's what I do.
Apparently not.
Corrupted save.
I'm just getting it ready. Alright, Rugrats in Pairs, the movie. Love
Nice.
this movie. I've watched it recently, actually. You mentioned it earlier. It did make my list as number 10.
Nice. Aaron?
Number 10. Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah.
Great fucking movie. And
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton in one of his great roles. Yeah, good Halloween movie. Good all around any time of year movie. Again, I pissed off at my placement of this list, so I'm just going to move on right now.
Number 10 for me, Hercules in New York.
Fuck yeah.
We have talked many times on the show that Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of the best actors of all time, and I truly believe that.
Yeah, why aren't we doing that
Below
list?
the Rock.
He doesn't really miss. Like, there have been a couple movies. Maggie wasn't great.
Maggie was boring.
But almost everything he's ever come out with, I have enjoyed. This is by far my favorite movie that he's ever done. It's funny. I thought some of the action is cool, but mainly it's for the comedy aspects.
I mean, the bear fight.
Yeah.
It's really intense.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Love
If
that
you haven't
movie.
seen it, it was before he even changed his name. He's still going as Arnold Strong in this movie.
Yeah, Arnold Strong.
And it's phenomenal. It's great work.
Nice.
Great fucking movie.
Number 9.
We kind of talked about it earlier watching trailers about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I will gush all over this movie. I love the animation. The story is strong. All the characters are well written. And I'm so excited for the sequel that's no longer coming out this year, but next year, Across the Spider-Verse. And I think the one after that's Beyond the Spider-Verse. But such a great story, and like just the attention to detail and like the animation style they were going into. So awesome.
Number 9.
Number 9 for me. Alright, and I also have to say this. I started doing what Nick was doing, except I just got to 15 and stopped.
Smart.
That's smart.
So this list might not be super accurate for me.
Yeah, I feel that.
So deal with it. Number 9, Shrek. What an absolutely amazing movie. It has everything. It has Mike Myers. It has
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Robin Hood.
Action. Species.
Honestly,
Love
this is
making.
here just for the scene. Not the gumdrop buttons.
I've never heard you say that.
I say
Do you know the
Muffin
Muffin Man?
Man.
The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man.
Who lives on Drury Lane?
If this movie was in my top 10, I can tell you right now it would be because of the layers conversation.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That is one of my favorite things of all time.
The Duloc, Welcome to Duloc.
Yeah.
The whole movie's really good.
Duloc
Aaron.
is...
Number 9.
Number 9, The Labyrinth.
Ah.
David Bowie.
What do you mean? It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. I was
about
just like... it probably wouldn't have made my top 10, but it would be close.
It's definitely up there. Again, had I had more time on this list, I
You
don't
had
know.
3 weeks.
I started it 2 hours ago.
It's ridiculous. We didn't have enough time, Sam.
But The Labyrinth, great movie.
Well, you
great
were
dance
in the car for
numbers.
that.
I know.
Love it. Jim Henson, he was awesome.
He was awesome. Number 9 for me, Happy Gilmore. I really wanted to put an Adam Sandler movie on here because, as we've again said many times on this podcast, I am the comedy movie guy, I think, on this group.
Yeah.
Right.
We all love comedy movies, but they are my favorite genre of movies. And Adam Sandler movies are phenomenal. This is by far my favorite Adam Sandler movie that he's ever done.
Even more
Waterboy is
than The Cobbler.
Waterboy is close. Cobbler's pretty close too. Also, there's a new movie out of his that we're going to talk about during the movie episode, so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
Not Big Daddy?
Big Daddy, I actually did have in my top 50. It did not make my list, though. Happy Gilmore, I have watched so many fucking times I can quote the whole thing. I just watched it the other day while I was playing video games.
Yeah, it's my number 1 movie for him.
Yeah.
Waterboy, close second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little Nicky's my favorite.
Little Nicky's in my top 5 Adam Sandler's.
Oh, I don't know. That's a list that we do have to do soon.
Yeah.
That was the list that we were going to do last week. We didn't end up recording last week, so we will do top 10 Adam Sandler movies soon for sure. Number 8, Zach.
Number 8, I have Aliens. One of the best sequels of all time. Non-stop action, non-stop one-liners. Loved all the characters. Leads up into one of the worst sequels of all time.
Yeah, Alien 3.
But, yeah. Hands down, awesome time. Awesome-tacular.
Awesome to the max.
Awesome-tacular,
Kevin.
Mine,
Number 8.
number 8 for me is Shrek 2.
God damn it.
No, fuck.
I feel a trend coming.
Yeah.
If you say
Shrek 2 is not better than Shrek 1.
Shrek 2 is better than Shrek 1.
You're out of your mind.
Just,
Oh, yeah.
it is better. Look, the first one is
It's
amazing.
It's a Toy Story thing.
No, it's not even close.
I don't,
Shrek 2 is god-awful compared to Shrek 1.
Have you not heard that fucking cover by Fairy Godmother? Oh my god. Makes the whole movie.
it does.
I need a hero.
I'm not going to argue with you guys on most of your list here because
This isn't my list. That's
this
my
is all
list.
personal opinion, and I don't want to get upset with you guys, but that's
wrong.
That's asinine. To
I
have
mean-
2 Shrek movies in your top 10 alone, kind of asinine, but to have 2 above 1 is
For
cool.
the people who took 2 hours to make their list, I will argue here and there on their list.
Thank you.
No, you aren't.
Number
Unless
8.
they're good.
Number 8, The Lion King.
Yeah.
Original animated. Great
Not live
movie.
action?
No, not the
the
live
live
I like the live action, but the animated's way better. Do you like the live action more?
I have debated that since that movie came out, and I do think I like the animated more.
We were about to have Zach and I have a meltdown real quick.
But the live action is one of my favorite Disney live action remakes of any movie.
Well, that's fine, but it is not better than the original.
I could say it would be in the top 5, there being only like 6 or 7 remakes so far.
You know what was the worst? Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, I didn't even finish that one.
I didn't either. It was bad.
That was like
Did you
the
finish
lo-
it?
That was like
Nobody
the launch.
fin-
of
I don't think
Disney
anybody
Plus.
finished that movie. But Lion King original, I used to watch this. I had it on VHS. I'd rewind it, play it again. Loved this fucking movie. As a
Yeah.
few other movies from this era on my list. But Nick,
Number 8 for me, The Goonies. I think this is the
Yeah.
only movie from Movie Bookie that has made my list. And
Second.
we talked about it a lot. If you didn't watch our episode on The Goonies of the movie Bookie, go back and watch that. You'll get a lot more of my opinions on that. But this movie, just like Lion King was for you, that's how this movie
Yeah.
was for me. My mom insisted that I watch this movie when I was young, and I was hooked the first time I watched it, and I watched it on replay so many times. And I like to think that I kind of modeled my friend group after this movie a little bit. Like, a lot of my interactions with my friends, a lot of stuff that happens in this movie and the way they talk to each other reminds me of, like, my own friendships.
Yeah, we talked about that a lot on that episode.
So check out the Movie Bookie episode. Number 7, Zach.
Number 7, I have another greatest sequel of all time. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. 80s, no, this is early 90s. 91. Birth year, like the number 1 movie. We did that list.
Yeah.
Our birth year. Awesome action. The story has no low points. Everything's well explained. One-liners galore.
I'm happy our own movie made your list.
Yeah.
I expected Kindergarten Cop, but
See, I put a lot of work into this list.
So did I.
Curating,
I did put a lot of work in this.
not
thing.
just movies.
Shrek 3 is about to be his number 7.
No, that movie sucks.
You think
It's not anywhere near.
And then Shrek 4?
Shrek 4 wasn't bad compared to Shrek 3.
No, see, this is how it goes. From worst to best, it goes 3, 4, 1, 2.
Number 7, kid.
All right, so this one.
Shrek 4! Shrek 4!
Hey, this
Shrek
one.
the Halloween special.
Can I
forgot
say
about
this?
that.
This starts with an S.
Shrek.
It's Space Jam. Love this movie. I watch it at least once a year.
The second one?
No, the first one.
Oh, okay.
No,
Space
no,
Jam
no.
2 is great, though.
Space Jam 2 is above this. It comes right after Space Jam.
It's both of your number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Number 7, Aaron.
Number 7. God damn it. Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back.
What the hell? There's no movie better than that one. That should be your number 1.
Well, we know what Zach's number 1 is.
No.
No.
No, we don't.
The
This is number
Phantom
2.
Menace.
No, you don't.
It has his
Lord of the Rings is his number 1.
Again,
It's
I
his
needed
best
to go
trilogy
through
of
the
all time.
ordering on this, because, yeah.
This is what happens when you spend half an hour working on it.
Yeah, this is what happens. I get pissed at a dumbass list that we should be doing later.
You had 3 weeks.
Should have had 6 months.
Great movie.
Great fucking
Has to be
best
my
Star
top.
Wars
Yeah.
movie of all time.
I'm going to stick with a franchise movie, my favorite movie of a franchise, but I'm going to go with a different franchise. Avengers Endgame, number 7 for me. It really is a hard debate for me because I do love Iron Man so much, the first one. It's funny that it's the first movie, really, of the franchise, and then the last movie of, like, that I love the most.
Yeah.
Endgame was just such a perfect completion to that storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are
My
really
favorite MCU movie.
there are really no faults in that movie to me. Like, every moment of that movie had me so drawn in, and I was I just
And the way they handled such a large cast and still pull it off,
Yeah.
where if you feel like everybody's still important, they fucking nailed it.
It was very different.
number
Yeah, they did nail it.
6, Zach.
Fun fact, there are no MCU movies in my list. I just realized that.
Yeah, mine neither.
The closest thing
I
was
had
Spider-Man.
it in my top, but
But my next one will be Scott Pilgrim. I just kind of like the artistic kind of take they went with this movie. Michael Cera is not one of my favorite actors.
terrible actor.
I would
Great
almost
movie.
agree, but like this is such a great movie. This is one of those movies where if I'm feeling down or something, I'll pop it in and feel better about life. And
I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's a really
It's
good
a
movie.
great movie.
Real question though, why do you think Michael Cera sucks? Name one bad Michael Cera movie.
Nick, pull up the list.
All right.
And
break-
list them off.
A break from our list, real quick.
What about Juno?
Great movie.
Great movie, Michael Cera.
because of
But again, none of these movies are good because of Michael Cera. They're good in spite of him.
What?
Mary Kate Winstead.
This is the end of the
made
world.
this movie.
It's called This Is the End.
This
This
is the end.
Great movie. He
Michael
sucks in it.
Whatever.
He was barely in it.
Thank God.
Think
Had he had the
Rihanna
leading
bitch
role.
slapped him right off that script.
Damn right. He
Trying to find, like, things that aren't voice acting movies.
Oh yeah, that helps.
This Is the End, great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, he's been in some great movies.
Scott Pilgrim, great movie. Year One, not a great movie.
No.
Him and Jack Black, I did not
Super
like
bad.
that. Super bad, great movie.
Yeah.
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, great movie.
Great movie.
Juno, we already said, great movie.
I liked Youth in Revolt. I don't know if any of you saw it.
I'm not a huge fan of that movie, but
Apparently he's going to be in the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Ken.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's not.
I know he's not.
and then a lot of voice acting else. So he hasn't really been in a whole lot of live action movies, realistically.
But the ones he's been in have been
He wasn't
good.
apparently in this movie we need to watch. It has Kirsten Bell in it too. How to Be a Latin Lover.
Oh fuck.
All right. Let's watch it.
Number 6, guys.
Number 6 for me. It's a movie.
Ooh.
Oh shit, it's hard to be
What?
Yeah.
It's a movie.
BoJack Horseman Christmas. No, I'm joking. Deadpool. Love Deadpool. It's one of my favorite. I know it's not. I mean, it's technically MCU now at this point, but not
Not yet.
Not
Not yet.
technically.
Hasn't been introduced yet.
That's fair. I thought the first Deadpool movie was exactly what I wanted from a Deadpool movie.
Yeah, it was great.
The second one is better. Not better. I think the second one has better funding and
Much.
went a lot more. I still enjoyed it a lot, but the first one is just.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, I
is
prefer
peak.
the first one.
First one's my favorite.
That's maximum effort.
Number 6, Aaron.
Number 6, Aladdin. Original.
Oh, thank God.
Live action.
Actually, I have debated a long time with myself between that one, just like Nick with
Yeah.
the Lion King.
At the end of the day, I've got to give it to the original.
Yeah.
What would the remake be without
Robin
it?
Williams' performance might be what tips it over the edge. Like, I liked Will Smith as Genie, but Robin Williams as Genie was perfection.
How do
Yeah.
you feel about Aladdin 2 with The Rock as the genie?
Are you looking at me hoping that I'll give a confirmation on this or not?
He doesn't need confirmation.
I'm
That's
peering,
been announced.
I'm peering right now in soul.
And it's been announced.
No comment.
I'm giving you power.
How do you feel
Aaron.
about it,
I'm giving you power for this.
I feel like I won't watch it.
You don't think he can pull off a genie?
I don't think he can pull
Welcome
off
to
any
movie,
acting
movie,
role.
bookie, Aladdin
Wow.
number 2.
I don't know if he's ever been good in a movie ever. Outside of Walking Tall. Walking Tall, I did say I enjoyed. Outside of that, I don't know if I enjoyed a single movie with him in it as the star.
The Rundown?
Didn't like that movie.
What?
I thought that movie was stupid.
The other guys?
That doesn't count. He's in that movie. I'm starring role. Not 3 minutes
He
of
stole
screen
the
time.
show for
Sorry.
me.
The Mummy 2.
All right, great.
Aim
movie.
for the bushes.
Scorpion King?
Okay, great.
That's what
Sorry.
WrestleMania?
Look, outside of Wrestling Ring, if we ever have him on for an interview, say one day down the road we're famous so we can get people booked on this
All
show.
right, pause this.
Actually,
You guys can focus on all the movie stuff. I will focus on just the wrestling.
here, and this is technically an animated movie, but he is a starring in it, Moana.
Okay, I don't know if voice roles should count, but
Okay, that's fair.
You don't know, but was he good in it?
He apparently was in Free Guy.
he was okay. His voice is, yeah, he wasn't free.
Silky smooth.
His voice was great.
Because he's a great fucking actor.
Plus, I already knew he could sing though.
Pull up his list.
'Cause it's
Tell
about
me
drive.
one bad movie he's been in.
It's about power. We say hungry, we devour. Put it
Anyways,
in work.
back on my point. Aladdin, great movie.
Yeah.
Another Disney childhood movie of mine. Love it.
The Jumanji
Robin Williams,
movies.
great.
Hobbs
yeah.
and Shaw.
Oh yeah.
Get smart.
He's been in 101 films.
And all of them were bangers.
No, a lot of those are wrestling things. So
Bangers.
calm yourself down before you say
Jungle Cruise, Free Guy,
horrible movie.
Have you
Red
seen it?
Notice.
No.
Then don't tell me it's horrible till you've sat down and watched.
Did you watch
Fighting
it?
with My Family
Yeah.
was a good movie.
Did you like it?
Wasn't terrible.
Fighting with My Family was a really good movie. That's
see
the
it.
one.
That's a wrestling movie. It should be. He should be good in that role. That's what he's used to.
Hey,
He's
just-
a fucking wrestler. Look, man, I'm not going out here saying that
Baywatch,
any wrestler is a great actor.
Intelligence,
except for
San
The Rock.
Andreas, Hercules,
John Cena for the most part, outside of Peacemaker, I like him as Peacemaker.
Painting Game.
Painting Game's pretty good.
What about Be Cool?
I love Be Cool. I love the character he plays in that movie.
It's such a good character. You'd probably like him more if you did more.
If we ever
Race to Witch Mountain, Get Smart.
Race to Witch Mountain is one of the most atrocious movies I've ever watched. If we did a top 10 worst movies of all time, Race to Witch Mountain might be on my
All
list.
the rundown. And then it's all wrestling stuff.
Do not tell
The
me.
Mummy Returns.
Don't tell me the Game Plan because that movie sucked. Don't tell me the Tooth Fairy because that movie sucked.
Oh, the Tooth Fairy. Fuck yeah.
Apparently he was in an
This-
episode of Star Trek Voyager.
Ooh, that's probably a good episode.
Probably the best episode of the show.
Probably that show sucked.
He actually killed Picard and took over for an episode.
Picard wasn't in Voyager.
Look, man, I'm a
Exactly.
wrestling purist. And I can say that most wrestlers are better in the ring than they are on
I'm
the
not
screen.
saying he's not a better wrestler than an actor.
What?
You gotta give him
What?
some credit for his acting chops.
Look, he's got 3 good movies you guys have named. Nicely done.
Be Cool.
Be
Stand
Cool,
Tall.
Pain and Gain, and Walking Tall.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about Pain
and
and
soon
Gain.
Aladdin too.
Pain and Gain was good. I like
That's
that.
the one with the
Falcon.
Wahlberg.
Yeah, and the
I
Falcon.
hated that
And the
movie.
Falcon.
I like that movie.
Him just cooking the body outside in the grill. And, oh, fuck. I don't know how he played it so well.
Number 6 for me, we're going to stick with franchises. I only picked one movie for my favorite franchises of all time, so I went with Harry Potter 3, Prisoner of Azkaban. These are my favorite. This is my favorite book series of all time. I thought the movies were so beautifully done. I loved every movie that came out. This was by far my favorite, which isn't a shocker because Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite book.
It introduces the best character.
Yep.
I remember reading Prisoner of Azkaban either when it came out or
Yeah.
like early on in
Such a
my...
good one.
It is so good.
I think that's one of the few books that like I read back to back. Like I read it the first time and then reread it again.
Great book, great movie.
We are in the top 5, gentlemen.
Number 5.
5. Zach.
I also have no Harry Potter movies in my list.
I don't either. It makes me sad.
And it makes me sad as well.
We do need to do like a top 10 franchises list next. No, like
We also could rank movies in franchises. Like top,
Yeah.
like we could rank the Star Wars movies, rank the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, that's how.
that's
we
a
do
list that's gonna
franchises.
piss people off ranking
What?
Star Wars movies.
I feel like my list would be fucked compared to some people's.
All right. So very recent movie that just came out, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, I
This
knew this
movie
was gonna
was
be
Jackie Chan.
a mind fuck, mind blowing. It was just
It was good.
there's a googly eye on this.
Wasn't making my top 10, but it's a good movie.
Nice.
Yeah, it wouldn't make. I don't think it'd make my top 10, but it
It makes
currently
my
is
top
one
10 of this year's
It's
movies.
definitely one of my favorites that I've seen
I
this
think
year.
it's still my number 1 of this year.
Might be, I don't know. Oh, I need to look at the list.
But it was so just like everything makes sense. There's
Zach, you want a good multiverse movie?
don't you say Doctor Strange?
A good, The One, Jet Li.
No,
Have you seen it? Then don't knock it till you've seen it.
Actually, I'm sorry. The best Jackie Chan movie.
He just said
I
Jet
said
Li.
Jet Li.
Oh, Jet Li movie. Sorry, I thought you said Jackie
listen,
Chan.
Linda, listen.
Have you seen it?
I've seen highlights of it on Watch Mode.
Jason Statham,
Okay.
Jet Li, a multiverse. Dude, that's movie.
The action scenes in Everything Everywhere All at Once were so good.
Yes.
There was a good amount
Yeah.
of comedy in it. It
Yeah,
was
it was
very
great movie.
heartfelt.
Yeah,
Great message, like you said,
good movie.
heartfelt.
Kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I did not see it.
A24 for the win.
Yeah.
They've been
A24
They've been
makes some
releasing
good ones.
bangers, man.
There's still a few that they released this year that I still need to see, like Men. That's supposed to be more of a horror movie.
They've also released some that have been garbage.
Yeah.
Yes, but they've had a couple good ones.
Like Sucker.
I just can't get over that Letterboxd has like the
I hated
log
that
button as a googly eye on this one.
Hated that movie.
Yeah, I know.
Sucker Punch. That movie was so disappointing. I thought that movie
Oh,
was
that looked so
good.
cool.
It did, and
I like the extended cut better.
I haven't seen
The
that.
trailers made that look awesome, and yeah, it
I
was.
think I have that poster somewhere.
Number 5.
Another S. Now it's time for Spirited Away.
Yeah. Is this the only Ghibli movie to make any of our lists?
Yeah, sadly.
Porco Rosso almost made my list.
Porco Rosso almost made the bottom of my list.
If this had been like a top 15, top 20 list, I think Porco Rosso would 100% made it.
There would have been at least 2 if we had done it in top 20.
Yeah.
But if I were,
Mononoke and Nausicaa would have made mine.
yeah, Mononoke would have been on my list had I don't know. It might have been number 10 for me if I bumped off. I would have to bump off James Bond.
I was like, I've talked about this a lot in a lot of other movie bookies and other top 10s as well, because I know this is a top 10 video. I love Spirited Away.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Great.
After that Ghibli marathon we had, it's definitely in my top 3.
Yeah,
It's
you-
very solid.
I still
You
need to
still
watch
need
them.
to
Yeah.
watch a couple. You're missing some of the best.
Number 5, Aaron.
Number 5, Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Great sequel to a great movie,
Arnold.
and it was led by.
Do you have an Arnold movie on your list?
No.
You fucked up.
Everyone needs an Arnold movie.
God damn.
But it is the better of the Terminator films,
Yeah,
right
I
before
agree.
they all turn into solid shit. And remain there to this day.
Some are sparklier pieces of shit.
Yeah, true.
We're not talking about Twilight.
Number 5 for me, Fight Club.
Yeah.
Nice.
Almost made my list.
I didn't fucking think about it.
Brad Pitt, Edward Norton,
Great movie.
great movie. As much as I love comedies, it's funny to me when I was making this list, only 2 true comedy movies made this list for me. I like movies that kind of make you think. There are some that I don't like Tenet was supposed to be like a make you think kind of movie. That movie was a piece of shit.
It was just pretentious.
Inception supposed to make you think.
Didn't
piece
make
of
you
shit.
actually think.
Yeah.
Just try.
Fight Club does make you think though, and I think I like that a lot. I love the action sequences, and I love the whole back and forth, mental things going on inside Edward Norton's brain in that movie.
It's like a really well done mind blower.
Yeah.
And definitely takes a couple watchings to catch everything.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Da 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 da. Not the Indiana Jones movie that you
Number
all
4.
be thinking.
Crystal Skull!
What's Crystal Skull?
Yeah, what the fuck
The
is that?
best Indiana Jones movie. It has,
I do acknowledge that one's existence.
it has
but-
the,
What
it
the fuck
has
are
the
you guys
buff.
talking
I
about?
have to since it's getting a follow-up.
That's
Yeah.
not a movie.
It has the
Temple
buff.
of Doom?
No, actually, that's my least favorite.
Original Lost
Original.
Ark.
My favorite is Last Crusade. And that's the one I have on this list for number 4.
You have chosen.
I think that was the first one I actually saw as a child. It was on TV. But I don't know. I liked Indy's relationship with his father in this movie. I've always kind of had
Daddy issues.
thanks, asshole. Number 4, Aaron.
Nope, Gavin.
Gavin.
Nope.
Forgive me, man. Alright. This is actually
Another S movie?
Shrek 4.
It's top 10 S movie.
God damn it.
Top 10 S movies.
Oh, is that not what we were doing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Top 10 super movies.
We should go through our alphabet one.
We should, that'd be
We
fun.
made the list a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Okay. It's actually Little Shop of Horrors. It's one of my favorite musicals. Rick Moranis is in it. Whoever plays Audrey, I can never remember her name. Except that
Audrey Hepburn.
Feed me, Seymour.
I guess I could just look at the
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. None of this matters. This list was fucked.
Be
Honestly,
angry that you didn't
honestly,
do a good job.
I just love Little Shop of Horrors. You have why can I never remember his name? He plays the dentist.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Cheaper by the Dozen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. Thank you.
I thought we were just going to do
Cheaper
that.
by the Dozen, great movie, by the way.
It is.
The original Cheaper by the Dozen was a good movie.
Thanks, Nick, for ruining that.
I know, I threw it off.
Sorry. Number 4, Aaron.
Number 4, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
OG. Much better than
This
I
any
don't
of
even
the
think that
sequels.
I didn't even make my list.
That's number 1.
That is Zach's number 1.
But let's pretend it didn't make your list.
Your fucked list.
You're just
Great
angry that
movie,
my
though.
list is well done.
Well, yeah, had I spent 6 months on it, I could have narrowed this down a little better. OG Jurassic Park, though, another of those films I replay the VHS. I remember when I was a kid, this came out on VHS on my birthday, so of course it was the one thing I asked for. Immediately took it, popped it on. And I'm like, yeah, fuck the rest of my birthday right now. I'm watching Jurassic Park.
Great.
Hell yeah.
Number 4 for me, that's what we're on, right? 4?
Yes.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Good movie.
This is funny because I came home from school one day. My dad was watching Jackie Brown, which is another Quentin Tarantino movie. Great movie. I sat down and I watched the whole thing, and he goes, "Do you like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was fucking great." And he's like, "I got one better for you." And he puts in Pulp Fiction, and I was like in love with this movie. The whole movie is so fucking well done. I love Quentin Tarantino. We did a top 10 directors list. I think he was number 1 on my list of top 10 directors. If not, he was in my top 3
I
for
think you
sure.
forgot about him.
No, he was definitely on my list.
Are you excited for Pulp Fiction too?
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Yeah.
pre-production.
It's Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, man.
It's Quentin Tarantino and The Rock's getting a starring role.
Yeah.
Off. And I am pumped.
Fuck off.
Ready to do it.
He's never made a bad movie. I've never not enjoyed a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Even as rom-coms?
What rom-coms?
Quentin Tarantino's rom-coms.
What name the rom-com movie.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Star Rock.
No, I'm being serious. I know he has done them. I don't know what.
All right, tell me what his rom-coms are.
You've Got Mail.
Not Quentin Tarantino.
The Happening.
No, you're thinking of the worst director, much worse director.
True Romance.
Much worse.
Romance in the Stone.
That's not what I was looking for at all.
I don't think you
What
know.
the hell is going on here?
I don't think you know what you're talking
I don't
about.
think you know who Quentin Tarantino is.
I also don't think you know who Tarantino is because he's never done a rom-com. Everything he does is very actiony.
Yeah.
Outside of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which
Might be the closest thing to a rom-com.
the naysayers may say wasn't good, but I fucking love that movie.
I went to see it twice in like 2 days, so
No, not you.
I know.
You never said that you didn't like
I
it.
didn't see the extended cut yet.
Your wife said it was horrendous.
Atrocious.
Yeah, she
Shit.
did that movie.
She hates that
Someone
one.
told
Mad
her.
Max, Fury Road,
I
Scott
also
Pilgrim.
didn't see Mad Max Fury Road, but I did.
Zach, you just like the guitar guy.
I fucking love it.
I know you do, but take him out of the
All right,
movie.
Gavin's looking up a
You
rom-com.
have half
then-
of a good movie.
She's funny that way.
He might have written that one.
Yeah, are you looking at his directorial movies?
Let's see.
Zach, number 3.
I guess, sorry. Written by my fucking dad.
All those rom-coms from Tarantino.
Now, a real romance story.
Princess Bride.
Empire Strikes Back.
Oh.
Good movie.
Number 3, Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's probably where mine should have been.
Go to the start with an S, Gavin.
Sorry.
Once I got it
Actually,
down
it
to
does.
10, I didn't go
Star
through and change
Wars.
the order. I'm like, cool, I got 10.
From this movie on are all movies that I wore out VHS copies of. With this one, I know one of my family members actually decided to like just buy blank tapes and keep copying it off of like I think it was TNT was showing it back in the day, or that or TBS. I can't
And it
remember
was
which channel.
edited for television.
Yeah, which once I finally got a new copy, like an actual new copy of it, I was like, I don't remember that, but I love it. Great reveal. This movie is just all around classic.
Yeah.
This is the first one where George Lucas decided not to directly direct it.
And
I
what
think
a
it
good
was
decision.
Kirshner.
Kirshner, I believe, yeah.
Yeah. Best movie in the franchise. I almost wanted to
By a
piss
mile.
you guys off and just put Last Jedi as my number 3.
It's not going to
Wouldn't
piss me
have pissed
off.
me
Oh.
You'd be wrong.
As long as you didn't put Attack of the Clones as your number 3, because that is the worst Star Wars movie.
There's only one Star Wars film better than Empire,
That's the holiday special.
and that's the holiday special.
Yeah.
Number 3, Gavin.
Wait, hold on. This was also my number 3.
Yeah.
This is my favorite movie franchise of all time. I have tattoos. This was my first tattoo for a reason, because Star Wars meant so much to me growing up. I remember seeing 4, 5, and 6 when I was very young. I remember going to the theaters for 1, 2, and 3 when I was still pretty young. And still being just excited for 7, 8, and 9 as I was for any of them that I saw before that in theaters. There have definitely been some downsides to this franchise. I just spoke on it. Number 2 is one of my least favorite movies of all time. But everything else that they've ever done, I have enjoyed. I don't hate on the sequels like a lot of people do. I actually enjoyed Solo a lot. Rogue One is lit. But Episode 5 is almost as close to movie perfection as I have ever seen. And again, I had to put a Star Wars movie on my list. So
Oh, yeah.
put the best one up.
Absolutely.
Ditto.
So number 3 for me, first off,
S.
Shrek 4.
Shrek 4.
Shrek 3. No, I was gonna say is where I got confused was because Quentin Tarantino said he really loves rom-coms. He's a huge fan of them.
So therefore,
He's directed
20 of them. Hey, believe me, I actually, now that you've put it out there, want to see.
Yeah, I would
a
love to
rom-com
see a
from
Tarantino rom-com.
True Romance! God damn it, you wrote it. Anyways, but my number 3 is Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, this almost made my list.
I love this movie. I used to watch it all the time with my dad.
I remember being a kid, and I remember being so scared by the end scene
Oh!
when they run over the villain. I was petrified as a child.
Yeah, I remember like when they're dipping them in the
Yeah.
acid and melting them. When I was like 4, I'm like, oh shit, that's scary
Yeah.
as fuck.
I agree. It also scared the shit out of me. It was like how weirdly, I was younger than you guys were when Osmosis Jones came out.
Yeah,
but it
great
freaked
movie.
me out when it first
Great
came out.
movie.
I was like,
That's
fuck.
movie.
Number 3, Aaron.
Number 3 for me, Toy Story.
Yeah.
Nice.
Another worn out VHS tape.
We were talking about this
That
before we
one's
recorded
not
while we were going through the list. I just rewatched Toy Story 2. And it's such a toss-up for me which of these movies I like more, because Toy Story 1 was obviously... I saw this one in
They're
theaters when I
both
was young.
so good. But for me, nostalgia makes me hit 1, because, again, I just rewind it, watch it again. Young enough to just sit there and watch a movie over and over.
I think I'm with you. I think this is one that I probably ruined my VHS copy.
Yeah.
This and God, what's the? I was trying to think of.
For me, it was this and Jurassic Park. Those are the 2 movies that I just watched all day.
What's
all
really
night.
funny, I didn't put the movie I wore out the most, surprisingly, but it was Roger Rabbit and Bugs Life. I fucking love Bugs Life.
Yeah,
I couldn't stand it on this goddamn shit.
Gavin used to have a Bug's Life blanket.
I do.
Yeah.
I still have that Bugs Life blanket, thank you.
I remember one of my sisters had a Bug's Life blanket, and then
Was it green?
it might have been. But then they had like the little
Kicked ass.
baby ant
Yeah.
toy was like this big. It had a hard head, but the rest of it was like a stuffed animal.
Yeah, I know that toy.
But yeah, Toy Story, 1995, first full CG film, and it still holds up today. Probably because they were toys, but great fucking movie. I don't know if it's the best in the franchise. That might go to 2. I toss those up.
But yeah,
2
both
had
of them.
so much.
Both of them are
But
so
for the
fucking
nostalgia
good.
factor,
Yeah.
1 will always take the
Plus,
most.
I think
Mighty
I
Morphin Power Rangers. That's the other movie that I wore
Oh,
my
yeah.
VHS copy on.
Yeah.
I watched that movie so much.
Great movie.
Number 2, Zach. Because I already said my number 3, so. You had this list on 6 months
I know,
ago.
but then you said Power Rangers. I'm like, what did I do? What have I done?
You fucked up, Mr. Ooh,
Think about it like this. You missed Power Rangers. What else did you miss?
Toy Story.
Yeah,
Princess
that's all
Mononoke.
Shrek 3,
Shrek
the worst
4.
Shrek movie ever made.
You take that back.
I hate Shrek 3. It's so
Okay.
bad.
For my number 2, I have The Lion King animated. This one for the longest time has been going back and forth between my number 1 and number 2 spot.
We already spoiled your number 1, sorry.
I know. But man, like the soundtrack, all the songs except for I think the Morning Report one are like ones that I love and like.
That wasn't in the original,
Yes, thank you.
so you wouldn't have had it back then.
But for the re-release, they added in there, and
Yeah.
I think one of my copies that I had to get after one of them broke or something had that in there. And but when we went and saw the new version of this, they did a really good job of recreating the whole movie, but it just didn't have the heart that this one
The
does.
live action.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did not have the same heart.
Visually beautiful.
Visually, it was a
beautiful.
great reproduction.
Visually, almost shot for shot.
Yeah.
Beyonce, you're not Nala. I hate you
Not
now.
my Nala.
Hashtag not
And
my Nala.
Donald Glover, though?
Oh,
Come
man.
back.
It was great.
Yes.
But Scars Be Prepared song.
That was-
ruined it for me.
Yeah, that was a low point for me.
They should have just brought Jeremy.
It's like
Irons.
that. Be prepared, and I can't wait to be Kino, like my top
Yeah.
2.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Number 2, guys.
Number 2 for me, Young Frankenstein. I love this movie. It's a Mel
Mel
Gibson.
Brooks.
Yeah, Mel.
Not Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
I
Mel
thought you
Gibson.
loved this movie.
I'm sorry, dog.
Don't erase
even.
it from your list.
Don't even. I have a learning disability. Anyways,
What rom-com did Mel Brooks
Gibson
do?
make.
Men in Tights. Anyways, also Young Frankenstein. If you Blazing Saddle. I'm joking. Anyways. I'm off
You just
track.
brought up Blazing Saddles. Yeah. That's wild.
It's a love story between the sheriff and Gene Wilder.
Look, I'm not arguing with you. I think it's a hilarious movie. I just know that it's being canceled pretty heavily about now.
Oh, yeah. But Young Frankenstein is great. It has Gene Wilder in it, basically playing as Dr. Frankenstein, or Frankenstein as he says. If you ever watched it, I definitely recommend it. It came out in 1974. I do believe there is a color version of the movie. I've never seen it.
I haven't either.
I think there is. I could be totally wrong. Granted, I've been wrong about a lot so far. So.
I love this movie. Not the best Mel Brooks movie.
No, by far not.
Spaceballs.
I love Spaceballs, but I think Young Frankenstein. I enjoyed Young Frankenstein. I have gone to see it in theaters every time it's shown up, by myself every time. I love this movie. It's just the funniest fucking movie. It's one of the funniest movies to me, and I love it.
Number 2, Aaron.
Number 2, Aliens.
Yeah.
Another James Cameron sequel that's better than the original.
Scroll to your next one. No. Move your leg. I can't see. Scroll to the next one. No, other way. Other way. I'm wondering about a movie if it made your list or not.
Probably.
I'm going to be very surprised, and you're going to be very mad if it's not your number 1.
Shrek 4.
Yeah.
Anyways, Aliens. James Cameron really blew up the Aliens franchise.
In a way they couldn't continue on.
Had they stuck with the original Alien 3 script and not gone through the hell that it did. Like, if you follow the comics, it's a good storyline through Alien 3. But God, that was a terrible movie. Resurrection. It's okay.
Well, it's a step up.
It's a step up from 3, but they've never gotten back to the height that James Cameron put in Aliens. And probably never will at this rate.
James Cameron does what James Cameron does. Not for James Cameron.
But because he's James Cameron.
Yeah. This was another one, to leave this series off the list for me was hard. Because I do love the Aliens movies. But, God, man, this list was so fucking hard.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're throwing hard.
Number 2 for me, my favorite comedy movie.
Fuck.
Yeah, that
I am
didn't make your
mad.
list.
I am mad.
My favorite comedy movie of all time, Chris Farley at his peak, Tommy Boy.
Fuck yeah. Good movie.
From here, that looked like Happy Gilmore.
I fucking love Chris Farley. Chris Farley is one of my comedy role models. I love his whole personality, man. The way that he draws people in, and the way he laughed, and just all the stories that I've heard. That I Am Chris Farley documentary that came out was so fucking good. And I have watched Tommy Boy, Jesus Christ, I don't even know, 150 times probably in my lifetime.
There was one summer where this was on a rotation with 2 other movies.
Yeah, Pineapple Express and
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
It was those 3 movies constantly.
You know what's really funny? Every time I came around that time, I only ever saw you watch fucking Tommy Boy.
Yeah,
I've seen Tommy Boy a lot.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
All right, Zach, we already spoiled it. Number 1.
If you listen to them and if you follow me on TikTok, you know my number 1 is Jurassic Park. They're
3.
OG.
OG, sorry.
You got the whole original cast in this movie, obviously.
No way.
In the first movie?
The whole cast of the original was in this movie?
But
Fuck.
unlike a lot of the other movies, that still they use all animatronics in all the other movies. But in this movie, they hold up even to this day.
Yeah.
Some of the CG doesn't.
Very little.
It
of the
holds
CG.
up, but it's not great. Like the raptors in the kitchen. Anytime I watch that in 4K now, it really stands
Yeah,
out.
I did just get the 4K.
Back in the day,
that.
it never did. But it still holds up. It's still great.
There's not I don't see any holes in the story. All the acting is awesome. Unfortunately, this kind of quality doesn't follow the whole series. I think the next movie in line that gets close to this level is Jurassic World 1. But it's mostly because it's nostalgia right on this one.
It's basically a remake.
And,
Just
kind of like Force Awakens.
Just a Force Awakens. Just hit the nostalgia buttons. And it works.
Yeah. They do enough new
I saw that movie a
things.
lot in theaters.
Yeah. Same.
Jurassic World.
I actually got up and cheered during the fucking end of that movie.
Yeah. I mean, I love it.
Artard. I was the only one in the auditorium that did that.
But I like The Force Awakens a lot, too. That nostalgia works.
Yeah. Number 1. Favorite movie of all time.
Shrek 4.
Shrek. Now, joke. Obviously, I only had 2 Shrek movies. There's not any other Shrek movies that deserve to be on this list.
The holiday special.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Yeah, the original. That they're fucking
Stage play.
awful. Yeah, the original stage play. Because I count it as a fucking movie.
Cats? Number 1?
No, I'm sorry.
Hands down.
Cats?
Into the Woods. Not the 91, not the new one pissed me off a lot. I love
You mean I
the
could have
90s.
counted that on my top 10 movies of 1991. Motherfucker.
It is if you haven't seen it, you should definitely look up a copy of it. It's on Amazon Prime. I know that because I own it on Amazon Prime. I watch it constantly. I watch it probably. I probably watch it like once a month. I love this fucking movie or stage play, whatever. It's
is a
great.
good
If it's a stage play, it's not a movie. Sorry, Gavin, you're disqualified.
Disqualified. It comes on a DVD.
Yeah, so do lots of things.
Yeah.
Doesn't make up movies.
Yeah, it does. Aladdin 6, Jim Varney's glasses.
Yeah.
Show me a copy of that
I need to
movie.
see this.
A physical copy.
Distributed this number one for me. WWE WrestleMania 34.
They released it on a DVD. It's a movie.
It is.
No, you're good.
It's not a movie, Gavin. I'm sorry.
Well, then
Come up with the real number. So you're gonna go with the movie version of Into the
No.
If he has to get rid of this, then that bumps all of his movies up, and number 10 is Shrek.
I am glad that Amber Heard lost, but Johnny Depp in that movie was atrocious.
I will say.
Do you know what they fucked up? In
Yeah,
the
he's the
original
wolf.
he's the wolf. In the original stage play, I don't know if you noticed this. I noticed this because, of course, I fucking noticed this. The original actor that played the wolf is also Prince Charming, right? But for some reason, he's completely naked in the wolf costume. They just like plastered over, like, because you can see his dick and balls flopping around independently of each other. Like, they're not in anything. Like, they just, like, threw some fur around it and called
Before
it
we
good.
get into our last two, Never Back Down almost made my list because I
I
love
fucking love that movie.
That's a good movie.
Then I realized I can't put an Amber Heard movie in my top 10, so I got
God.
rid of it.
Well, we can just edit out all her scenes and then see if the movie holds up.
Number 1, Aaron.
I already said it. Cats!
Yeah!
Cats!
Woo!
'Cause your movie didn't count, so it's gotta be Cats.
Sorry, cats.
Cats!
No! Fuck your shit.
Yeah, it's just a really good
It's also number 1 on my list.
You know, I went into this movie expecting to just hate it.
Yeah, and it was hilarious.
And I laughed from start to
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah, it's
One of the best times I've ever
one of
had.
the best. I forgot to count this as a comedy movie. This is
Yeah,
the best comedy
yes, it
movie in
is.
existence.
Oh, Rum Tum Tugger was a curious cat, Zach.
Yes, he is.
What about the other cat? What about Rebel Wilson's cat? What was it?
Gummy
a
cat.
Gumby cat.
She's
A Gumby cat?
A Gumby cat.
She was a Gumby cat, Zach.
I can't tell you're fucking with me.
Rum Tum Tugger is a curious cat.
Fuck yeah. And in honor of our number 1, I think we're gonna watch it again now as a surprise gift to you,
Hey,
Zach.
you know what's extra nice about it? It
You
has
know
one of
what's
the
nice
best
about doing our videos here? I can just go up with that.
Nope, not allowed.
It has Magneto in it. It's so good.
Oh, God. These poor people.
Fuck yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. Our top 10 best movies of all time.
You guys had such good lists, too, and then you had to ruin it.
What do you mean ruin it? It was
Thanks.
a great fucking
I'm
movie.
glad you thought that my list was a great list.
All right, I'll go with my real number 1, The
Yes.
Lost Boys.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
hell
the movie
yeah.
that I was thinking.
Joel Schumacher.
I was like, fuck, did Aaron forget Lost Boys on his list?
No,
Like, what the hell?
1987. One of my favorite movies of all time. I don't know if it's my number 1, but it's there right now. I used to watch this again on a VHS. One of my first horror movies.
This is one we need to do for movie. I know we've
Oh,
all
yeah.
seen it, but it'd be great
Sadly.
to talk about it.
But yeah, we
Yeah,
could
it's
definitely
a
get
good
into that.
movie.
Joel Schumacher before he got into bat nipples.
Yeah.
He was getting the bat and leather coats.
Yeah. But best vampire movie. It's got good comedy, good horror, just all around perfect movie. Almost as good as Cats.
Almost as good.
Is yours actually cats?
Yeah. Duh. No, number 1 for me.
I know Nick enough to know that's
Yeah.
not his number 1.
Number 1 movie of all time for me. Again, we talked about movies that we wore out as kids. I don't know if anybody has ever worn out a movie more than I wore out Space Jam.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
I don't think so. I'm telling you, for probably 3 years of my life, this was on 24 hours a day. I had the auto rewinder VCR that would rewind it while I was sleeping and start replaying it.
Yeah, it doesn't count if you're sleeping.
No, it counts for sure.
No. You got to be watching it.
I know, obviously, it's not one of the best movies of all time. There are definitely better movies in terms of storytelling and stuff like that. There's something so nostalgic about this movie for me that just will take me right back to being 5 years old, living in my house. Michael Jordan, I used to tell people after this movie came out, and my mom tells this story all the time, when I was little. One of the first times she ever let me use a public restroom was after this movie came out. And she could hear me in there, and she was standing outside the bathroom, and she hears me start talking to this guy that walks in. And I start telling him about how Michael Jordan is my cousin. Because I honestly believed that when a kid.
I do remember this story.
I remember this phase. I also remember it disappeared for a little bit and came back hard with Like Mike.
I still think Michael Jordan might be related to me somehow, just because I feel like it has to be true. I've told myself that so many times.
You manifested it.
Yeah. But yeah, I love Space Jam. It is my favorite movie of all time. I still watch it multiple times a year.
It's not a great movie, but I love it. I watch this movie a lot.
And I think that kind of that might help why I like Space Jam 2 more than the rest of you guys, because I loved the first one so much. I just had to like the second one. I know it's not nearly as good. I've never argued that it's anywhere close to as good as the first one. It's not something I will probably ever rewatch again in my life.
Or any other movie in existence.
That's crazy talk. Now you're talking crazy.
No.
The Lighthouse is way.
All right.
Oh no!
Just so you guys, since apparently Into the Woods doesn't count, I thought it over. I thought it over for Aaron. So you know what my new number one movie is?
Cats.
I've watched it so many times. I've watched it so many times, subjecting other people to it, that I have learned to just love it.
Velocipaster.
No.
Blank check.
No. Rubber.
Yeah.
Okay, great movie.
I thought it was going to make
See,
you
and
That's at least a movie.
At first, I
Not a
was
play that was recorded.
I was gonna go on about how I like this list and why, like, we get to see, like, not only the era that we were born in to or grew up in, but like the experiences that we go through, what shapes our life for movies. Then you brought out that bullshit.
Dude, I love Rubber. Honestly,
movie.
it almost made my
It's
list.
a good movie.
It almost knocked off.
It is.
I'm counting Into the Woods for you.
It is funny that you bring that up, because
Theatrical version.
it is a funny thing to think about, because like Gavin as a child, his dad like used to work on plays and used to act in plays that Junction would put on. So it's funny that Gavin's number one movie would be like a play.
Like Cats.
Yeah, it's one of his favorite ones too.
I
He
love
played it all the
Phantom
time.
of the Opera, but just because they've recorded the play, I
Dude,
can't
that's
call that
so-
a movie.
you know what?
They do have the movie.
There is a
Gerard
movie,
Butler.
and it's not as good.
It is not as good as the screenplay.
But like I was gonna mention though, is like me and you, we have similar lists, but like my number one is like more towards like the middle of your list because you had ones that came on you grew up with, like The Lost Boys.
Yep, for sure.
And like you're more comedy centric, while you have movies kind of all over the place because of the experiences you had with those movies.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing to think about.
Yeah.
I
Because
didn't have access to a lot of movies, so like,
sure, Gavin was a very sheltered child.
yeah, like I didn't watch Lion King until I was 16. So
Yeah, I showed him that one
his
at our
dad
old
does.
apartment.
You can't see that as a child.
I just we didn't.
I showed him that at 8:10 one day when he didn't go to school.
Yeah.
What?
Lion King.
Yeah, I legitimately had never seen it because we didn't have a lot of movies or anything else like that. I owned 4 things: Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Into the Woods, Bug's Life, and fucking.
And Who Framed Roger Rabbit's way worse than The Lion King.
I am all of a sudden mad at your mother.
Yeah. You were deprived of so many good movies to grow up with.
Dog, we didn't grow up with any fucking money. So I know, like, don't even. All right, I didn't have that much shit.
You could get that.
My family wanted me to go outside and like imagine and shit.
I went
And
outside
I blame
all the
you
time.
for when you're hanging out with him, not introducing
Hey,
him to
I
movies
showed
at
him
your house.
I showed him a lot of shit.
He did
and
show
most
me a lot.
and most of the time when Gavin and I hung out, it was at his house
Oh.
because Gavin wasn't allowed to stay over at other people's houses.
They knew you'd show him some cool shit.
Yeah. Like his parents would go to sleep and we would turn on South Park because I'd be like, Gavin needs to watch South Park.
Yeah, he does.
He's old enough now.
Yeah.
He's like 6. He should be knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
This is like current events. He
Yeah,
needs this.
yeah, he does. He's better off for it.
Yeah, this list was hard. This was by far the hardest list to narrow down into 10.
Very hard. And to even put in order.
See, I felt like it was easy doing it on my own, and then coming around you guys while you were making your list, and you guys kept naming off movies. I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
Forgot about that.
Would that have made my top 10? I think I only moved a couple down, like I said at the beginning of the episode.
My problem here is also, like, if we were to redo this list in 2 months, a lot of these would stay the same, but I would definitely change some order, and there would be others that would come in, some would go off.
So, like, the three
It's a hard
that
list.
I ended up, while you guys were working on your list, adding number 4, Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade.
Yeah, what did you bump off?
Spider-Man, and then Skyfall. I ended up bumping off John Wick, the first
Yeah, I
one.
thought that was going to make your list.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and then Knives Out. All great movies.
Knives Out was one of my top 50 when I initially made my list.
I like
that movie. Was fucking great.
It was cool. Give me more Clue movies.
I love.
Glass Onion's coming out this year.
Have you all seen Clue?
I have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Zach?
I can't be for certain on that one.
So no.
Okay. I'd count
That's
that as
going
a
to have
no.
to be a movie.
One of my favorite things about doing the podcast and stuff like that is, like, especially the top 10 list, because it happens every time where somebody will name a movie, or we'll be doing directors, and, like, that director one was hard because I had to, like, look through every movie that I enjoyed and look up the directors.
And try and narrow it down.
Yeah. But then somebody else would name one, and I'd be like, oh, fuck, I didn't even know that he directed that.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I forgot that movie even existed. Like,
All the time.
Like, I completely forgot Joel Schumacher.
Yeah.
Lost Boys.
Yeah. I mean, there's thousands of movies. And my list, a top 100, I think, would be a little easier.
top 100.
Can you imagine doing that video? We did 10 in, like, almost an hour.
Yeah. Top 100, fuck.
We would have to do, like, multiple videos for that.
Look,
Just our own.
I'm just saying, if you ever did like a
110
top
down.
100, one, either just make 10 separate videos or something like 10, or we need a fucking timer.
Yeah, we do it.
Like you
90
said, I was
through
agreeing
90,
with you.
or
Okay.
100 through 90.
Yeah, or we do all of them, we just have like a 5-second timer.
But yeah,
Like,
as
Zach,
much as
this is-
I-
what's your level, what's your 100?
We would have to do something like where we 99, we all, like, on screen pop up our favorite movie,
Yeah.
like the poster. 98, pop.
You could do it.
We just keep pulling up green screens and being like, this is my movie.
But yeah, this was a tough list. I hated you for it, but it's a good list.
I thought it was easier than fucking live action anime.
I had an easy
that one
time.
was
That
hard
was
just
only
because
hard 'cause we
filling
haven't
the bottom
seen so
part.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to spend time on that
Yeah.
list.
I have a quick fun game we can play. I brought this up to Zach as an idea for the movie episode. Our top 3 movies on all of our lists. Add them up to what you think the IMDb score is for the movie. Not the audience score, because the audience score is buns most of the time.
What's that?
And
use?
not IMDb. Sorry, we'll go Rotten Tomatoes.
So out of 100%?
Critic score?
Critic score. Top 3 movies. Closest to the critics, like the final number for all 3 movies.
Can we look at that right now? With the scores?
No.
I mean, no, I'm saying because we already know what our top 3 are.
Right.
But that can't change.
No, you come up with a number that all 3 would
okay.
be, and then we'll see who's the closest.
So I have to guess a number?
Yeah.
Well, that's stupid.
And this is Rotten Tomato, right? So
I need to
out of
1 to 100.
Tomatoes.
1 to 100 for all.
I know, but I just need to kind of see like how many critics they get,
A lot.
just to see how they're
For my
doing
top
their
3, I'm
algorithm.
going to put down 294.
Whoo! Okay, so 6 points away from
So
a
it's-
perfect score.
It's 0 to 100.
0 to 100.
Per movie.
Yeah, I'm just going to write that down.
I'm going 190.
I'm writing mine down for each individual movie, too, because I'm curious.
I'm going 80 for Empire. I'm going 60 for Tommy Boy, and I'm going 50 for Space Jam.
Alright, I'm just going to... Zach. Yeah, man. I said 294.
I said 190.
190.
Two-
So I basically said
230?
98% across.
230 for Aaron?
230.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, what are your top 3 movies?
Gavin, what was your number?
240.
240. My top 3 movies were Jurassic Park,
Safe!
You better not say Empire.
Lion King,
and Empire.
And Empire.
Empire was a 94, if you want to write that down.
I'm just going to add it up.
Jurassic Park.
Just a second. 94 plus...
Was a 92. You're going to be close. And Lion King, original, huh? Nope, that's not the right one. The live action one. That'd fuck up your score. You're going to be real close. 93. What's that put you at?
279.
Oh, fuck. All right, Aaron, what were your top 3?
Oh, I'm changing them now. Zach had 2 of them.
Wait a minute, you already gave your score, right?
Yeah, you have to go with your top 3. That's the game.
Gavin, what were your top 3? Into the Woods?
Into the Woods, Young Frankenstein, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Into the Woods 1991, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I imagine you'll have a lot better.
Oh! Into the Woods 1991 does not have a single critic review on it.
That means it's 100.
Does that mean it's a 0?
0.
Or does that mean we go with the audience score?
I say we should go with the audience score, but
That's
Yeah,
up
then you
to
at least
Nick.
have
This
a
is your
score.
game.
All right, 94 if we're going off the audience.
God dang.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah. I was 1 point
38.
off.
97.
97.
And what was your other one?
Young Frankenstein.
You're going to overshoot your score.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
You might have already done it.
Depends what Young Frankenstein.
94.
Fuck.
Yeah, you overshot yours.
By how much?
Empire, Jurassic.
Minus 240. By 44.
Oh, fuck. All right, you got mine? So far, I am starting off great. 44.
285
Space
is
Jam?
my total.
Yeah. 41. Let's fucking go. I might be the closest.
Without going over.
94. What's that put me at?
179.
Oh, I went 190. I'm so close. All right,
Close
Aaron.
enough.
You had Lion
Empire,
King.
Jurassic Park, Lost Boys.
Okay, Lost Boys.
And I
Lost Boys
think I
2020.
undershot this.
There's a Lost Boys 2020.
Yes.
Okay.
They did remake it.
I think they were doing like a series or something.
I know there was sequels and they were awful.
I had the 3-pack and I still haven't watched them.
Don't ever do it.
Lost Boys 75.
What?
Yeah.
And then you
Cult
said-
classic.
It's older.
You said Lion King.
It's a cult classic.
Wait,
I said
Empire?
Jurassic Park and Empire. Which, with as high as those are, I'm going to be well under.
what'd you go with?
I thought Lost Boys would be lower than that, though.
92 for Jurassic Park. And I've done Empire now 3 times, and I cannot remember the score.
It was at 94.
I think it was too. 94.
I wasn't sure, but 261.
All right.
And I said, what, 240?
230.
230, fuck.
So Aaron was 31 off.
I was thinking 240.
Yeah, you were over 31. Still closer than Gavin.
I was under
Nick.
11.
190 minus 179.
I was under 11.
I'm just making sure the math is right.
Calculators. For people that can't do math.
Yeah, you're welcome. And me, which I think Nick won this one.
Yeah.
You're close though.
294 minus
294. That's wild.
279. 279
15.
equals 15. I was under 15.
See, I was gonna go higher, but I was like, I feel like Roger Rabbit didn't do as well as I feel like
See,
he
what
did.
I did is I was thinking to myself, 98's a good score for all 3 of those movies. I just 98 times 3.
Did you guys get? Oh, so you did that. What's crazy is for Into the Woods, I did 95, and that was closest. I really thought Roger Rabbit was gonna be really low. I thought it was a cult classic,
That was a fun game.
like a Lost Boys,
Yeah.
or like The Crow.
Yeah, I cannot remember the name of the channel, but I have been seeing a group on TikTok do that where they go to a store and they buy 3 movies, and it's the closest to 150 wins, which I think is a really funny idea. But yeah, that was something different. I just wanted to give it a shot. So that is it for the movie.
I do have one giveaway.
Oh,
So, for those who follow me on TikTok as under Film Beast, I did announce today that I was going to do a giveaway for the Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark digital copy I had. You can blame my dog for eating that digital copy. So if you comment,
My dog
like, and subscribe, I have a digital code for 3 movies from Sony that can be yours. They include No Way Home,
Great movie.
Great movie.
Let There Be Carnage,
Good movie.
and It's Morbing Time too.
Great movie.
Best movie.
Excellent movie.
So yeah, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll pick a random winner.
Also, we still have our giveaway going from 2 weeks ago. And that's still going to be a thing. We have 20 whole subscribers, unless we've gone up a couple. The first person at this point to comment pin pineapple apple pin on any video that comes out this week will win a $40
about that.
Visa gift card from the SplitScreeners.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot we did that in a real fucked up way. We
Yeah.
just picked a random one. We're like, all right, that's up to Aaron to figure out.
I knew what I was doing as soon as we started.
So yeah, first person to comment, $40 Visa gift card. We will figure that out. Just comment that on one of the episodes. Like we say, usually, I don't know if we said at the beginning, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're dropping bangers of episodes all the time. I don't
Except
even...
for last week.
Yeah. Zach
I
was
mean,
out
they
of...
were dropping.
Blame Zach. He was out of town.
You guys could have recorded without me.
We would have.
Thank
We
you guys
did.
so much for watching. This was a fun list.
This was a great list.
What are we doing next week?
Oh yeah, we haven't decided.
No. Do we want to do a wheel?
Yeah, we always do a wheel.
Okay.
Except Zach can't be on the wheel.
Top 20 greatest movies of all time. It's already halfway done.
It's true. It'll be an easier list.
All right, Aaron.
I'm gonna stick with Arnold.
Arnold. I'm going to stick with Adam.
I'm keeping up the miscellaneous tab here.
Best chip flavors.
Those chip
Best seltzer water flavors, guys.
Hey, I'd be drinking a lot of those, so shit.
Brand and flavor.
Yeah, of course.
You can only have one brand once, though.
No, that's fucked up. Clear American is by far the best at Walmart.
I
is the
don't,
best.
I don't know. Anyways, top 10 gemstones.
What?
Zach.
If he fucking wins this, I quit.
From the list.
I keeping that miscellaneous spot open, dog. Not my fault. You're not
Welcome
gonna
to
be-
zero
ours.
subscribers.
Just do ours.
Fuck. We have a theme going on, so top 10 Keanu Reeves movies.
Real
We'll do
quick,
franchises later.
as I'm shuffling the wheel and everything, there is a YouTuber out there. I think he was on my top 10 YouTubers list. Ryan Trahan. He's doing a current 30-day challenge where he goes across the United States to deliver a penny to Mr. Beast. He started with a penny. He's got to use like different ways to make money. Currently, he's in Austin, Texas. If you haven't checked it out, all the money that gets donated goes to Feeding America. I have donated money. I just thought I'd throw it out there because I think so far they've donated like 8 million meals to Feeding America. So it's been incredible. So and every subscriber he gains, they donate a meal. So, and he's gained like 1.5 million already. So that's 150,000 meals.
Nice.
All right.
I swear to God, if it lands on that one.
Am I doing the one where I remove it? Like remove, spin again until we have one left. All right, that's what
No,
we're
you're doing the one where if it lands on that one, you're gonna spin again and pretend you didn't spin.
Yeah. Only
Be
one
a
can
fucking
be,
cheater.
Only one can be removed. Oh, I'm sorry. Gemstones are out.
No!
We are down to 2.
Okay.
Top 10 Arnold movies or top 10 Gemstones.
Gemstones is out.
God, no.
Gemstones is out.
Alright, Arnold movies, thank God.
Next week.
God, what the fuck were you thinking?
Okay, look at me now.
Terrible list that would have been.
You've never seen a single gemstone,
our
you're like,
channel.
that's fucking pretty. Dumbass.
What kind of show do you think we're running here?
A fucking good one.
Movies, sports,
Quality.
video games, and sometimes occasionally,
Entertainment.
once in a while,
CD.
gemstones.
Miscellaneous,
Like a
dog.
cubic
Zirconium, please.
For number 10.
Number 8, copper.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a gemstone.
Shit, see, I'm already fucked up.
You have rubies.
Number 1 is
amethyst,
Ruby for
bismuth.
sure.
No. Number 1's 100% amethyst. Number 2 is bismuth because it's cool as fuck.
Well, it doesn't matter because
We're never doing it.
the list we're next week is top 10 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Aaron has only recommended that list almost every time we've done the wheel, so we finally got it. So
Yeah,
that'll be
finally.
fun.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Top 10 live action.
And my work is done.
Mine is not. But I can.
You've had 3 weeks.
This will be easier than
It
this
will
one.
be an easier
I might shuffle them a
easier
little bit,
list.
but-
Yeah, that's my problem. I need to shuffle them.
All right.
Figure out the order.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back next week. It is time to
Split!